Once upon a time, there was a young girl called Nabila. She was born a happy baby, surrounded by her loving family. But little did she know, her life would soon start going downhill. After only a couple months, her father left her and her mother alone, with no income and barely enough money to survive. Nabila's mother went all over Indonesia looking for jobs, working up to 20 hours per day to bring money home for Nabila. But she was suffering from overwork, so she decided to move to Bali, 700 miles away from home, and work as a full-time nanny. Living in Java and not seeing her mother didn't discourage Nabila from doing the best she could in school. She dreamt of becoming a doctor, and good grades were important to achieve this dream. Bringing home mind-blowing report cards and trophies of all types, Nabila was chosen as second best in her school. At this rate, getting into a good school would be a walk in the park. Nabila would send her grandmother, all of the money for Nabila to go to school, but soon enough, this became a problem. Nabila was growing up. Taking care of her was more expensive, schools were getting more expensive, and Nabila's mother was running out of money. Nabila wasn't stupid. She knew that her dreams of going to school and becoming a doctor were quickly becoming impossible. Nabila would now have to face joining the 4.5 million children in Indonesia that don't have access to an education. This is a true story. My name is Margaux, and this is how I made a bridge to a brighter future. For my quest, I decided to base it around education and gender equality, two things I care about deeply. Did you know that by the time girls in low-income countries reach the end of high school, 81% has already dropped out? That means only 1 in 5 girls can graduate. Let that sink in. Think of 5 girls you know. Now think, only one of them was able to graduate. Only one of them was able to finish their basic education and go on to get a basic living wage. 3 of them couldn't even finish middle school and might have to face marrying older men they barely even know from the ages of 11 to 15. And one of them couldn't even finish primary and would have to start working before the age of 10 for the rest of her life. In Indonesia, girls are more likely than boys to drop out of school. According to UNICEF, for every 11 children that drop out, 7 of them are girls, whilst only 4 of them are boys. This is actually happening right now in this world, and when I heard about it, I knew I wanted to make a difference. Let's come back to the story I just told you. When Nabila's mother moved to Bali, she started working with us as my brother's nanny. When she told my family and I her and Nabila's story, we knew we wanted to help, so my parents helped her save enough money for Nabila's first year. But it would be complicated to keep doing this as she stopped working for us. But after she left, I couldn't get Nabila's story out of my head. I remember during homeschool and COVID, how lonely I was and how much I missed going to school. I couldn't imagine knowing it would be like that forever, to never again wake up excited for a day of learning, to never again have lunch with my classmates. I didn't want Nabila to have to give up on something that she loved so much and was so good at. So this is why I decided to finish this project as my quest and raise the rest of the money to let Nabila continue her dream. My final decision was that for my quest, I would do a series of fundraisings and event to raise the rest of the money to let Nabila to go to school. My end goal was 90 million IDR, and this would cover. But there's a slide missing. This would cover her in 6 years of housing, schooling, food and traveling, and any other necessities that she might need. During this quest project, I went through a lot of different ways to raise money. I started with buying and selling holiday cookie kits from Faits Maison Vie. This was my mom's idea. In each box, there was a couple plain cookies in themed shapes, fun icing, and colorful sprinkles. I did this for Halloween, but it was a bit of a hassle. I missed a lot of classes delivering the boxes, and keeping track of who had paid or not was very complicated. My original plan was to sell for Halloween, Christmas, Easter, and maybe even Valentine's, but the constant problems I was getting from just my first round wasn't making me so sure. Luckily, just at the end, I got a massive order of 10 boxes, which definitely boosted my confidence. Which is why around Christmas, I did it again. And guess what? This time, it was 10 times harder. No one was ordering any boxes, so all the ones that we had ordered were just sitting around my house. But thankfully, with my mom's help, we managed to sell most of them right before Christmas. And my brothers ate the rest. With both of these, I made $10.5 million. My next plan was to do a middle school Valentine's dance. This was so much fun to plan, and I had a great dance committee with me to help. It was pretty complicated to iron out all the last-minute details, but in the end, it all worked out, and we made a total of $9.5 million out of selling tickets and food. Thank you so much to everyone who came and who bought tickets, especially if you bought the VIP ones, as it was a huge help. All my friends told me to make a GoFundMe, which I did, but sending it out to everyone was tricky. I was barely getting any donations. But thankfully, my mom and dad relentlessly sent it out to all their contacts, and we are now at 1,890 euros, which is about 33 million. Which is about 33 million. For my next plan, me and Ibu Angie decided to make a Kartini event. An event which would take place on Kartini Day. Kartini is an Indonesian woman who opened the first Indonesian primary school for native girls that did not discriminate based on social standings. Unfortunately, I could not find a good venue in time, so we had to postpone. Luckily, Ibu Kate connected me with Ibu Rini from Green Camp, who told me that I could use the space in Dapur Naga. But with only 4 days left, my caterer still hadn't answered, and the tickets weren't ready. So me and Ibu Angie decided to move it to the 27th of May in the heart of school a week later. It was so much fun to prepare and decorate, and with the amazing help of Ibu Anna and her team, Ibu Darby, Ibu Nesha, and Ibu Laura, Bella Skyla Oliver, and my dad, we finished in no time. Thank you so much to everyone who came or who spoke. It was so much fun. This wasn't just a fundraiser, but an event to empower women's education in the spirit of Kartini. For our last fundraiser, I decided to print t-shirts with my Quest logo on them. But I haven't sold them all yet, so make sure to come buy one later. My goal for this project was 90 million, and I'm very proud to say that we have raised almost 78 million in total. My goal has not quite been reached yet, though. So today, I would like to invite everyone in the audience to come together strong on our to end the last day of Quest, the end of the first day of Quest strong together by taking out your phones and helping us to raise the last 12 million we need together. Every donation, big or strong, small or big, brings us one step closer to changing Nabila's lives and all the lives of the patients she will one day heal. Finally, I would like to say thank you to all the people that helped me throughout this project. Without you all, this wouldn't have happened. First of all, to my mom and dad for always being there for me. for sending out my donation page, and for helping at all the events, and just being a constant help always. I could not have finished this project without you, so thank you so much. Thank you to Ibu Angie, who basically was my mentor for this project, even though she had to supervise so many other kids at the same time. Thank you to Ibu Kate. Thank you to Ibu Kate for all the connections and meetings. Thank you to Ibu Jess and Ibu Kat for going through my speech with me. Thank you to all my friends, but especially Skyla and her mom for always buying 1,000 of everything I was selling and helping at all my events. Thank you to David for always taking pictures of my events for free. That was a huge help. And finally, thank you to everyone who has or will contribute towards Nabila's education. I do not have enough time to name you all here, but here you are, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you. Once upon a time, there was a girl with a dream. She shared her dream, and instead of just getting a helping hand, we held hands together to make her dream a reality. These 6 new years of education Nabila now has will change her life. My quest isn't about someone helping someone else. It's about a human connection and the collaboration to make our world a better place. Thank you.